Hello everybody, I am Hoarder Gamer, and this is Comicus! The punch you in the face, knock you on the ground, super violent fight between a number of comic books to see which will retain their bag and board, and which will be made bagged and boardless? Bag and boardless, that's better, that's better. Well, anyway, we'll first off show you what books are coming, but that'll be in about 5 minutes. Going to give people a chance to filter in. And yeah, we're doing something we have never done before. We have 5 books tonight. Usually it's 3 or 4. Tonight it's 5, just because I could not say no to one of these books. It was a request from a viewer, and it was like, well, yeah, let's do that. But then there were other really good books to talk about, so it was like I can't say no to that one. So due to my indecision, tonight is 5 books, but I'll try not to be quite as long. I'll try to be about the same length as a normal Comicus, but yeah, we'll see, we'll see. But yeah, starting in about 4 minutes then, everybody. 4 minutes. I will say this though, we'll start with this. There is a book I really wanted to do tonight called Heavenly Blues, and I can't find it. I cannot find the damn book. It's an indie release, and I don't know if it sold amazingly well, if no one ordered it or what happened, but I've actually reached out to the writer of the book to see if I can get a copy from him, which is kind of unheard of. It's not even on Comixology, yet it was in Diamond Comics, the big guide that all the comics are in, that's hard to get into and expensive to get an ad in. It was in that. Hey, Maniac, good to see you. Good to see you, Maniac. But Heavenly Blue sounds great. I checked 2 storefronts online, sold out. So then I tried to buy it on the writer's website and said it couldn't be done. Unfortunately, right now we cannot do an online sale. So then I just emailed him. It said, if you're interested in a book, contact us. I emailed the writer and said, yeah, I'd love to get a copy of a book. Let me know. And yeah. But yeah, Heavenly Blue sounds amazing. I know very little about it. I know it's 1930s-esque, and it's about, you know, the good people go to heaven, the bad people, well, they're in hell. And I guess the blues music is part of the storyline. I'm trying to understand it, really, to be honest with you, but it sounded great. It sounded really good. A number of critics I really like said it's a fantastic book. So now I'm even worried I'll be able to get issue 2 or 3 at this point. So I might just have to buy issue 2 from another seller, you know, pre-order it basically, and just to guarantee myself a copy. None of the shops I go to, and I usually go to one shop to get my books, okay? If that fails, if they're missing books, if they didn't get the shipment, something like that, I go to another shop. 2 shops. No one got the book. I guess if you had Diamond and knew about it 2 months ago, but that's really hard to do on an indie book. It was a writer I haven't heard of, an artist I haven't heard of. It's kind of challenging. And even if you have Diamond Comics, which I usually get every month, just to know what's coming out for the, you know, the next 2 months or so, or what comes out in the next 2 months. It doesn't cover an entire 2 months really. It just covers 2 months roughly from when it comes out. It's nice. It's a physical magazine type thing. It's just like a buck or 2 more than a comic itself. And it's exciting. It's almost like a little bit of a Christmas when you get the Diamond Comics to know what's coming out. That your favorite books have some cool storylines coming and new characters showing up. Or new books are coming out, like Astonishing X-Men that came out last month. I'm sorry, last week. Last week? 2 weeks ago? It was this month, but maybe a week or 2 ago. Like, that was damn good. Astonishing X-Men. It was damn near astonishing. Well, I don't know if I'd say it was quite astonishing, but it was damn near it. VCR, good to see you. Good to see you, VCR. Everybody, in case you missed it, this is going to be a unique first for Comicus, because there's going to be 5 books this week. 5. I felt like Beyonce for a second there. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to this. Should be fun. In fact, it's now. There's a table cam, everybody. First off, we just show what the books are, okay? And then we start talking about them. First up, new to this Comicus. We have not reviewed this yet. Exo Manowar. Exo Manowar. Then, because this has been requested, that's right, Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen right there. The Flash. I know we've reviewed a lot of The Flash. This is the end of a story arc that Rebirth started. 1 year in the making. This is the end of it. We want to talk about it, let me tell you. Okay. Secret Empire. And finally, Action Comics. Yes, that's Superman, and that's Zod. 1 second here. That's cool, Maniac. You're nice and tired now. You're ready to float off into dreamland, but you decided to spend just a little bit of time about hearing me prattle on. That's nice. I appreciate that. Okay. So, now we start with the first book. Exo Manowar. Okay. It's a very good book. It's not what I expected. It's hardcore science fiction fantasy. Like, not humorous, very straightforward, but there's interesting elements going on. I did feel a little lost, though, I have to be honest. You Maniac, you're not tired. Oh, I know what you mean. I think. But yeah, great artwork. Excellent artwork. And basically, if anything, it reminded me a little of like something like Masters of the Universe, but more serious and more grounded. And it focuses on Eric right there. That right there. Exo Manowar is actually the suit, not the dude. So that's Eric of Earth. Okay. And he is on this other planet or time period, and it's like he went into the future, because I guess he was nearly a caveman. I'm still trying to understand the entire book, but it was good. I can say that it was good. There's a trade, which is only like $9.95 for the first 3 issues, so I'm going to probably check that out. The suit is kind of mocking him and saying things that he doesn't want to hear, including that he has a son. And there's this alien woman who has feelings for him, and the suit has told her things that Eric wishes it hadn't, including about the son. And he refuses to wear the suit. He basically just goes and he's a badass on his own, and he enters a throne room of an enemy, and basically the enemy is like trying to like make a bargain or something like that, and Eric and his soldiers just slaughter everyone. It's pretty crazy. At the end, Eric has this conversation with the suit, and the suit may not be necessarily good, I guess you could say. I wouldn't say it's evil, but it seems mischievous, dangerous maybe. And he makes a bargain in order to wear the suit, but only part of it, not the helmet, because he doesn't need to hear a damn thing it says, is what he says, basically. It's good. Exo Manowar, I liked it. I thought it was a good book. A lot of people are like going gaga over it, though. I need to read more of it. I I can't say it was amazing. I mean, there were no super clever things that happened in it. It was more straightforward. But what was there was good. That's the thing. And it was interesting. Again, I felt like that was in the deep end. It's issue 5. It feels more like issue 25. I felt like, oh my God, who are all these people? Who are all these groups? But yeah, it was neat, and I do like it. Okay, so that was Exo Manowar. We've talked about that one. Now we're going to on to the next book. Next up we have Spider-Gwen. Okay, there she is. There's Spider-Gwen right there. Okay, so Spider-Gwen was actually a request, and I'm trying to remember if it was Death Adder who requested it, or if it was, oh my God, I forgot the name. I'm a terrible human being. But it was kind of a request, either this or Gwenpool. Both of those were kind of in the request loop, if you will. Well, this is basically Wolverine and I believe Shadowcat. The art's weird. It's not bad, and it's sometimes really nice in certain panels, but it was okay. I don't know. It was a little hard for me to wrap my head around at times, because like certain things I was trying to figure out if that was like a part of the costume or what I was seeing, and it's a super different take on a lizard. Like, he looked really different, and he looked more like Killer Croc to me here, and it was kind of weird. Anyway, she goes and she's trying to face off against the lizard, but Wolverine and oh my God, Wolverine and Shadowcat want to basically take the battle on for themselves. So she basically calls a friend of hers, asks for advice. Her 13-year-old friend, which is pretty amusing. I do like that. And basically, she decides to go and take on the lizard and all this. And it's confusing a little bit because her powers somehow communicate with his. And something like Venom is involved, even though he's not in a black suited version of the lizard. It's confusing because I know at one point the lizard was controlled by Venom, or Venom was using him, but this was different than that, I guess. I don't know. It was okay. It's not a book I'll continue to read, to be honest with you. It was not bad, but it just didn't grab me at all. I don't know. It was okay. I'd look at a future issue, but it's not something I would need to get every month. That's for sure. Okay. 1 second here. Okay, next up we have... Let's see here. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're good. Next up we have... Well, that was good. That's what we call a mistake. And when you do things live, you sometimes have those. Okay, let's try that again. Next up we have the Flash. That's right, Reverse Flash and the Flash fighting on the cover. I thought it was a pretty damn great cover. There were 2 or 3 for this issue, different covers, but I really enjoyed this one. Okay, so the rebirth of the Flash basically started with an enemy called Godspeed, and ended up to be basically Eobard Thawne, Reverse Flash. So that's a bit of a spoiler. Basically, this is a great issue. It's intense. It's looking at Eobard Thawne in a slightly different way, and him talking about the Flash having a museum in the future and everything, and the Flash talking to him about how he'll never have a museum. Not like he's bragging or anything, but like, no one, you're forgettable is what he says at one point. And no one will want to remember the things you've done, which is really powerful, really powerful. And there's this whole thing where Eobard at one point seems to want to have the Flash call him a friend of his. And it's basically that Eobard Thawne, Reverse Flash, is just sad. He's this pathetic creature. And without the Flash, he feels he has no worth. And it's pretty interesting. And they actually go throughout time fighting. Panel after panel is taking us through human history, starting with the amoeba. Or, I'm sorry, the amiibo. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. I just said amiibo. The amoeba, okay? The beginning of life, basically. And on throughout the wars and everything, they're fighting one another. It is awesome. Death Adder, good to see you. Good to see you, Death Adder. It's going well. It's going well. Just doing Comicus, just talking about the books. Right now we're talking about The Flash. Iris West ends the confrontation between Reverse Flash and Flash herself in a very memorable way. I don't want to spoil that. But yeah, a very good ending to the story. I liked it a lot. And I'm looking forward to seeing the new Flash story arc, which starts, you know, in 2 weeks. Because Flash comes out twice a month. Let's see here. So that was Flash. Next up we have... You missed it, Death Adder. We just reviewed Spider-Gwen. You missed it. You'll have to watch that part on demand. We'll come back to it, though. But next up we have... That's right. That's Black Widow on the cover. Secret Empire #7. Okay. Very good book. Very good. Not every issue of Secret Empire has been awesome to me. The first, I think, 2 were really great. And, God, somewhere around 4 or 5 was really good. But there have been 2 or 3 kind of spotty issues in this 7. And this one's damn good. And it does a good job of showing us the different dimensions of how things are going. Alpha Flight is up in space. There's basically a shielding, okay, to keep any superheroes in the space from coming and stopping Hydra. And Captain Marvel is up there, okay? So we have that. And that was a really cool opening of the book, setting that up for us. There is no God. Death Adder, there's always on demand. Besides, we always come back to the books, remember? It's not like that's the last of it. It's not the last of us, either. Okay. Now, if you take a look at that, that's her, right? That's her. Oh, boy. You know, I kind of like not having it in perfect focus because they're perfectly framed, because then we can reveal things on the cover. Whoa, look who's in her sights. Well, would you look at that? And at first it looked just like Captain America, but I see Spider-Man there too. Huh. There's Miles Morales Spider-Man, right, by the way. If you notice, he looks a little bit thinner, not as bulky, because he's younger. Okay, so... Again, that stuff in space with Captain Marvel. Okay. Then, there's like a bubble stopping the heroes on Earth. Okay? Here, part of the storyline is Black Widow and Spider-Man in a vehicle driving. And she is basically saying, you know, like, are you ready for this? Ready for what has to be done? And Spider-Man is like, yes, because basically there's a vision that someone had that Spider-Man would be the one to defeat Captain America. Which is interesting, because I don't know if that's an issue I've missed or what, but that was somewhat new to me. But anyway, all of a sudden, she's like, oh, the scope on my gun. Can you get in back there, Spider-Man? And sure enough, he goes back there, and then she's like, that partition there, that was meant to hold the Hulk. So you can sort of just stay here for a bit, where you're nice and safe. She was worried that he would back out and not actually do what had to be done. So she's decided that she's going to do it. Also, she did it because she didn't want Spider-Man to have to be a killer, which I thought was very admirable, because she is Black Widow and she's awesome that way, you know. Anyway, so he's in the back of the vehicle and he can't get out, and she goes out with her sniper rifle, and someone sees her and is trying to stop her, because she's getting close to where Captain America is. So that person is the Punisher. So you get an awesome confrontation between Black Widow and the Punisher, where basically each panel is broken up into little blocks and little bits of the fight, as both larger-than-life characters, one is on one page, one is on the other, so 2 pages of them facing off against each other with all the little panels showing little bits of action between them. Awesome. That was really damn cool. That was a really cool thing in there. And Black Widow takes 2 blades and puts them right through the Punisher's legs as he's screaming in agony. Meanwhile, Spider-Man actually starts a fire in the back of the vehicle, and by doing that, he's able to get out and attempt to take on Captain America. At the same time, Black Widow is nearing Captain America, and insanity happens. It's a very meaningful book. There's an interesting loss at the end of it. I don't want to ruin that for you, because I'm not trying to ruin the book, but it was good. Secret Empire 7 was really good, and I still will say this again, Civil War 2 was nowhere near as good as so far Secret Empire has been. I still feel that Secret War 2 was disappointing, strongly, and that Secret Empire 7, or Secret Empire, sorry, not just issue 7, has been a much better series. Could that all fall apart? Sure. Hopefully it doesn't, but it could. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was very good. Then that takes us, I believe, that's right, we have 5 books this week. That takes us to our 5th book. Okay. Up to book 5. Again, don't get used to that. Comicus will be 3 or 4 books on the average, but I just had to do 5 this week. Just had to. Had to happen. Had to happen. Okay, next up we have Action Comics 984. And yes, that is Superman and Zod. They are not embracing. Very good. Very good. I mentioned a week or 2 ago how if you're a Superman fan, maybe steer clear of the actual Superman comic right now, because it's been disappointing, and I was not happy with it. That's not the case with Action Comics. If you like Superman, I'm going to tell you get Action Comics then. Don't worry about the Superman book, just get Action Comics. Very good. Action Comics seems to do a better job of juggling his son, Superman's son, than Superman does. The damn Superman book, the son seems to be the main focus of just about everything. And here, he's a character, and he's important, but it seems to juggle the characters better. And it's less sentimental, and it focuses on telling stories that comic book fans want to see. Okay, so, in the previous issue, Zod shot out a blast, I believe it was his heat vision, and destroyed a rocket in midair. And at that point, Superman was enraged because he thought that both his son and Lois were killed. Luckily, they decided not to board the rocket. They sent out a secondary rocket as a diversion, and so Zod thought that they left, but they were actually still there, which is clever. It's a thing that I could see Lois doing. Reptile, good to see you. Oh God, no, Zod. Yes, Death Adder. General Zod. And so this is where things get interesting. It was already interesting in a previous issue. Superman and all his compatriots are sent to the Phantom Zone. But what gets interesting is, so is Cyborg Superman, And so is... One second here. I'm trying to think. 2 other people are sent. They're on Zod's team. Well, they're sent in there too. And to supposedly put an army together for Zod. We find out it's not quite what Zod had planned. And there's a reason that he sent those 2 people in there with Superman. And they're fighting one another and everything. And a psychic is basically linking Zod to them in the Fortress of Zod. No, I'm sorry. Linking to Zod in the... Zod to them in the... oh my god. I just said it. The Phantom Zone. It's pretty wild stuff. So, I will read everything in chat, but there's some things I can't quite say or respond to because of what the stream is. Maury Povich and Zod. That's pretty good, Death Adder. That's pretty good. No, I will not say it all. I will not say it all. But yeah, it was good. It was a good book. If you're a fan of these characters, and there was a really cool surprise in the Phantom Zone, let me tell you. This is the book to get if you like Superman. This is the book. Okay, everybody, one second here. Now we've gone through all 5 of the books we looked at this week. Again, that's one more than you'll usually see. Comicus is usually going to be 3 or 4 issues. I just could not narrow it down. There were just too many good books this week. So just give me a second, everybody. Just a second here. I'm actually going to do something special, too. After Comicus, I'm going to go and... well, not after, during. Right, towards the ending of it all. I'm going to go and kind of give you an idea. Let's see, it's got to be upside down, right? Let's see if I did this right. I might have done it wrong. One second. There we go. To actually, like, what is the winner of Comicus, but what other books are worth getting, Because I'm not trying to just shit on all the other books and say that's the only good one this week, because that would be insane with all the books that come out. Just trying to read chat to see if there's anything I can comment on. Anything pertaining to... That you're going to kill and eat me. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't think I'd be a satisfying meal, Death Adder. I really don't. Okay, one second here. So, now we go through the books and we find out who is the winner of Comicus. That'll be one second. I do have to move something to make this a little easier for myself. I just thought of that. Okay. Always planning ahead. Always. Never not doing that. Okay. Here we go. The Flash, issue 27. Again, this is the ending of the storyline started in Flash 1 Rebirth. It was very good. Iris West does something very surprising. It's an interesting way of looking at Eobard Thawne, also known as Reverse Flash. I was very happy with it. A good way to end the storyline. No flaws that I can see, but it very much hinged on you following the book, and it was like the final chapter of it, of this storyline. Flash is still going to be a comic book, but it was extremely good. But Flash 27. You ended. Not entered. Didn't enter anything. Didn't enter a dragon or anything. Or a contest. No. You ended the Rebirth storyline, the initial one, with a good surprise. And a interesting look into the mind of the maniac known as Eobard Thawne, also known as Reverse Flash. However, I strip you of your bag and board and I toss you, gingerly, into the Dark Speed Force. That was just one book. You just wait. There's more. There are more books. Next up, Action Comics 984. It was good. Yeah, like I said, I thought it was a really good Superman story. Some of the best Superman villains are in it. A great reveal of what Zod wanted in the Phantom Zone, which was not an army. It was something a little bit more simple and a little bit more frightening. Oh, the shirt I have is, it's Arkham Asylum. It's Batman and the Joker. I'll go to full screen in a moment and tell you about that. Let's see. No one should be permabanned. Well, you know, unless they should be. I mean, you have to do something pretty bad for that. But yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it. We talked about it at length a moment ago. So, Superman, Action Comics, 984. Good Superman story. Good twist on what happened in the last issue, and a very fun surprise. Great also seeing all these Superman villains at work against Superman and like Superman compatriots, I guess you'd say. I don't know what you'd call this exact group of Superman friends and helpers. This part of the super team, really. Except, I guess, Supergirl was the only one that wasn't there. However, a bone to pick with this book, huh? Entertaining very much, but you are stripped of your bag and board. That's right, the Phantom Zone. Picture like a mirror person trying to break out of here. And that is where I send this book. To not find an army, but to have something very surprising and crazy happen. Next up. Exo Manowar. More like man, because he avoided the suit pretty much the entire issue. But it was good. It's good. It's like I said, it's kind of a no-nonsense science fiction fantasy book, and it is well done. It just didn't just blow my socks off, you know. And it could be because it's issue 5, and they're building to something else, you know. But I did like it quite a bit. However, Exo Manowar, issue 5. Not a lot of Manowar in you. The suit has some interesting secrets it's telling people that it seems you don't want to hear. Interesting. What? Just not quite Comicus material. So your bag and board. Away they go. Away they go. And you too. I toss you where you toss your Exo Manowar suit. Because you're afraid of the truth it has. Next up, Spider-Gwen. Well, so you can see the title there. There we go, Spider-Gwen. Okay. A little confusing. Artwork was okay. Again, it's just not a book that I would read monthly. It was fun. It's just not something where I would want to pay like $4. Again, keep in mind this is Marvel tax here. Instead of $3 a book like most DC books, their books are $4 a piece. So yeah, I just would not spend $4. Hoarder, oh my god, I'm killing Death Adder. No, I'm being honest, Death Adder. You should read it though if you want. Take a look at it, see what you think of it. Oh my god, Death Adder's dying. No. No. Okay, I don't know what else to say there. I can also train the thought after Death Adder freaking out over Spider-Gwen. Let's go to the next phase of this. Okay. Spider-Gwen, I thought you were okay. Not something I'd read monthly. A little bit on the goofy side, which I expected. That wasn't a bad thing. So, I take your bag and board. Like a boomerang. Well, no, it didn't come back and hit me in the head, so that's good. And I toss you into a spider web. I need to plan if I want to be buried. Oh my god. Oh my god, Death Adder. Ground up or shot into space. Well, that seems a little bit drastic. I didn't say it was terrible. I'll be recapping the books when we're done. So. Okay, so next up we have Secret Empire #7. Yes, very good book. I feel one of the more important issues of the Secret Empire storyline. There's a huge loss that is suffered in this book. There is a decision that a character has to make that's a difficult decision to make. It's really good. It's really good. Good artwork. Some of it looks like truly hand-painted. It's almost like there's two artists on the book. I guess there are. So that while you'd think that was disorienting, it was actually really cool because what looked like the hand-painted things was almost like flashbacks. So yeah, really good book, and happy that it's $4 and not $5 an issue, which is really nice. Well, I'm not saying who that is, Reptile, but yes, it seems someone dies in it. Someone might die in it, yes. Secret Empire is about a body count, man. It's you don't take on Hydra and Captain America and make it easy. I mean, this is like the big Marvel event for the year, you know? So they're really going to ratchet it up, except for like Venomverse. That's going to be relatively big, but I don't know. We'll look at it in August when it starts, I guess. But yeah, I very much like this book. So, Secret Empire #7. The 7th part of the Secret Empire series, which is evident because I just said it's Secret Empire 7. I feel one of the more important issues in the series so far. I liked it very much, with really good artwork, and a surprise, perhaps a huge loss, and some difficult decisions have to be made, not just by one character, more than one. And the Punisher was in it too, which was pretty cool. So, Secret Empire number 7. You're back and bored. I'm not stripping them. Oh no. Oh no. No. In fact, you're going right where you should be. There you go. Be dainty with it. Nice and dainty. Very careful, very cautious. Okay, okay. And you will fly into the heavens as the winner of Comicus this week. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha. Ah. 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 See? Flew right into the heavens. See? See? It's still up there. I can see it. It's beautiful. It's like a star. What is my opinion on Doomfist? I don't have an opinion yet, Kitty. I haven't really seen or played with him yet. It's good to see you, Kitty Saves You. Okay, everybody. So, we're going to recap a little bit. Yes, that was the winner. Secret Empire. But other books were good. You know, this was a good week in that I didn't have an awful book. A book where I was like, that sucks. That's terrible. I wish I wasn't reading it. Luckily, that didn't happen this week, which is good. So that's a good thing. Now, if you were to go with more than one book, I would say if you like Superman, Action Comics was damn good. I would say Flash was damn good. If you like science fiction fantasy, Exo Manowar was damn good. The only book that I didn't think was at that same caliber, to be honest with you, was Spider-Gwen. But that wasn't bad. It just wasn't as good as the other books. That's just how I feel about it, you know? And you don't have to take my word for it, you know? If you want to check it out, totally check it out. I'm not telling you not to. I'm not trying to make up the people's decisions for them, you know? Or how dare you! The liberal media. It's me. Is that... I'm the entire liberal media, huh? Well, you think more people would be watching then, really? Jeez. So I'm the MSNBC then of comic book reviews. Oh man. Def sounds pissed. Oh man. Okay, I won't repeat that. Wow, Kitty. Wow. You know you know things are good for you when a friend calls you a biased loser. That's Thank you, Kitty. Thank you very much, Kitty. Oh, everybody. I want to thank you all for watching. You have been awesome. Yeah, this Comicus was not too crazy. I thought with doing the extra book would have been just going in ape shit crazy land. But we didn't. It just took, you know, extra 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes. But I want to thank you all for watching. And, yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else I have to say. You've been awesome as always. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, everybody.